Sobriety Essays number 37.
The steps in me. Step 10. For me, this is a daily step, a maintenance step, to be done during the day and before I go to sleep at night. It can be a fun step, and it can be a very tough step. Step 10. Continue to take personal inventory, and when wrong, promptly admit it. This is a two-part step. The word continued, which is a past tense word for something I must have started back in step 4. To constantly review my actions and even my thinking. Fortunately, I am only responsible for my actions. I like the first half of this step because sometimes it brings me warm fuzzies. When I get off work in the late afternoon and I review the past 8 hours, I get the gut level feeling that I have given my employer a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. I feel satisfied inside. If I go to bed at night and I have contributed something to the welfare of my family and marriage without expecting anything in return, I feel good inside. If I have done the very best I could in all areas of my life today, then I can thank my God for my life. I can go to sleep and be at peace with myself. That brings me to the second half of step 10. The second half, as us fishermen would say, has a hook in it. The word promptly is not high in my vocabulary. My most troublesome character defect is my big mouth. When in the heat of anger, I say something I don't really mean. And being a good alcoholic, I can hang on to that anger for some period of time. Until I deal with the anger, I'm not about to promptly admit that I'm wrong. My dad taught me that when I got mad, that step beyond anger, that it would cost me money or cost me friends. That is so instilled in me that I would seldom show my anger. I stuffed it. I buried it so deep in me that I would lose sleep over it. Before I got to the program, I would carry that anger for days. I have learned since I got sober that a problem shared is half a problem. So first things first, I deal with the anger promptly. I call another alcoholic and share what my part is in that person, place, or situation was. Not what was done to me, what I have done. Once I have faced the fact that my side of the street is not entirely clean, then I'm ready to change. That is as close to promptly as I can get. Sometimes I became willing to admit that I was wrong in a few hours. Sometimes it takes 24 hours. Seldom do I take more than 24 hours to go and make amends, to admit that I was wrong. Because I learned this programming, it is really a one day at a time in my life. To walk up at a friend, a peer, a boss, a wife, a daughter, whoever, and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, can be ego-busting. I have learned to keep it simple. No flowering speeches, no justifying, just a simple, I was wrong, and let it go. Above all I have said, I realize that this step must be worked honestly and completely and daily if I want to stay sober. Sobriety is the name of the game.